I look after 5 different call centres around the group. Back in 2003, was asked to look after our call centre operation, which at the time was based at Madame Tussauds in London with just 8 seats. In the last 10 years, we've grown that through acquisition, through the company growing and buying more attractions, and the growth for us as a business has been huge, but we've been able to support that with our call centres globally. I think we've already seen a massive difference in the way that we've operated 10 years ago, even when we were a booking office and answering a few queries for people over the telephone. Now people are more social media aware, they're trying to find their information out online, and if they can't get that information online, they're now coming through to us.
Our consumers today are demanding that it's a consistent experience, and the operations manager really needs to make sure that he or she can provide a consistent experience for the agents, which then results in a consistent experience for the consumers.
So what we've seen over the last 5 years is what we at Davis Hickman call the averagization of customer service and customer experience. And by that I mean the difference between the top performers and the bottom performers in terms of organizations, in terms of customer satisfaction, customer experience benchmarks, has really closed. So what we need in the future is for organizations to pull away from the mass and to actually provide real sort of excellence in terms of the customer experience they offer.
We were expecting a decline in call volumes because of online bookings and because of social media and people being able to get information online. But in fact, we've seen it go the other way. So we've seen an increase in call volumes, only slightly, but we've seen that increase in there. I think it's moving with the times. As I said, 10 years ago, our call centres were completely different to where they are now. So we were a booking office, we were answering general information calls, whereas now we are becoming more of a backup service to our online customers, as well as dealing with social media.
The key steps that contact centre managers need to take to deliver success in the future go back to the old sort of mandate of process, people and technology. And process is really key because what we need to see is more of a linking between the front office and the back office, so that problems that customers experience are sorted out in the back office and they don't keep telling the front office around, and that's the first thing. Second thing is in terms of people, they really need some fantastic people who are able to have high-level conversations with customers, because what we've seen is that the basic things in customer interactions have now mainly sort of transferred to the website or to apps, etc. So you need people who can handle difficult, complex sort of queries. And the third point I think is really key is having the right technology to support both the back office, the process and the people.
Our relationship with the IT department is really good, and it has to be. Getting the right technology into our business to be able to support our guests is really important.
You need to actually be able to sample all it is that your agents and advisors are doing, and in the past we've only sampled a small proportion of the calls that they were handling, so we need to be able to sample a bigger proportion so we really know what's going on in the front line.
The customers that are struggling are the ones that have made siloed or tactical investments, right? Trying to adapt to the changing needs of the consumer by not taking a step back, developing a strong strategy, and really looking at it from a holistic perspective. So the customers that are getting it right and starting to succeed are those that are doing just that.
I think what we've seen is we started out sort of 10 years ago with the phone and the internet starting to develop, but what's happened over the last few years is there's more and more channels which consumers are using to contact organisations. So people want to talk to people, but they're just doing that in different ways, and you'll find some people want to talk through social media to people, to have questions answered, to have problems resolved. Some people want to use email, some people want to use web chat, some people want to use the phone, which has always been the traditional channel. But I think in the future we'll also have things like video chat, video conferencing will be important. So we just sort of see this explosion in channels that consumers will want to use to interact with organisations. It's really critical for contact centre managers and leaders to be able to coach people and to develop them. And it's going to be more important in the future because what we'll expect of people on the front line will be much more difficult than what's happened in the past.
There's a lot of buzzwords being thrown around: omni-channel, customer experience, customer engagement. We at Cisco have a strategy that's called total customer experience. Understanding your customers, being proactive to their needs, allowing them to have the choice of channels that they want to engage on, and really making sure that their experience is simple, agile, and consistent.